I know they did not just end that episode of Gen V like that, because that's just an insane cliffhanger, and that twist and reveal was even more insane. Everything we thought about Gen V Season 2 up to this point has been a lie. They lied about their marketing. They lied about Marie. They lied about Homelander. And you know what? I love that they lied to us. But if you couldn't already tell, I just got done watching Gen V Season 2 Episode 7. And so much happened this episode. So much drama, suspense, action, those crazy reveals and twists. And I'm going to be recapping and reviewing the entire episode with spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, make sure you drop a like, follow, but come back after because I do need to hear your thoughts. But either way, me and you know what we got to do. We got to talk about it. So we pick up this episode with Annabeth getting her That's So Raven on, where she can see into the future. And life is definitely not a breeze, because she's getting visions of something bad happening to Marie, as she immediately starts looking for her. Mind you, in case you forgot, the last episode ended with Marie and Kate leaving Stan Edgar's compound. When she alerts everyone else, of course, they feel a little scorned, especially Jordan Lee. She's like, I can't believe she left us again. So they ask Stan Edgar if they could take his whip to go look for her. Meanwhile, we pick up with Kate and Marie as we learn that they're going to Cypher's house to try to find Thomas Godolkin. But Kate is trying to persuade Marie into healing her and giving her powers back, making her whole again. And also the fact that she's gonna need her at full strength if they want to break into Cypher's house, because it was tough enough to get in last time. But Marie, rightfully, does not believe her and does not trust her. And why would we when you went full Dark Phoenix mode at the end of the last season? Picking back up with Annabeth and Jordan Lee on their way to Godolkin. Annabeth reveals to Jordan the reason that she feels so bad right now is because every single time she's had a vision when she was younger, it's come true. So she's just really worried for Marie's safety, which is when she asked Jordan Lee if they are in a relationship with Marie, and Jordan Lee says, I don't know. And I can't even be mad at them for that because, you know, this is the second time she's left them without saying shit. Even though Marie is doing it for their safety. Speaking of Marie, we pick back up with her and Kate pulling up to Cypher's crib, and it's suspiciously not being monitored. But when they walk into the house, Marie says she feels a faint heartbeat. She's like, it might be Thomas Godolkin. But it actually just ends up being Polarity, who showed up to Cypher's crib to, you know, do what Marie and Kate are doing, try to find him. And that's when he tells him that he was able to temporarily stop Cypher from controlling him. And speaking of Cypher, he's trying to figure out how the hell Polarity was able to do that, while he's in his own underground bunker of sorts with Thomas Godolkin in the background. He, of course, notices them at his house, and he starts beating the dog shit out of Thomas Godolkin because he's pissed. But that's when Polarity gets the mention of Andre, and he starts having another seizure, as it looks like this might be the last one for real. Marie uses her healing powers to heal Polarity. As I gotta give a huge shout out to Sean Patrick Thomas, not just because he has 3 first names, but because his performance in this scene and really throughout this season has been impeccable. Where are my Save the Last Dance fans at? But he starts saying that the tremors, they've stopped. I've been sick for so long, I forgot what it felt like to feel healthy. That shit hit me deep. He's also hitting the 6-7. We pick up with Sam and Emma at Godolkin trying to find Marie, and Sam gets gifted a butt baby because fucking Gen V. But oh shit, that's when Greg pulls up to say, how can I help? And of course Sam is like, what the fuck is this? But Emma's over there like, what the fuck is that? As we cut to the new big 3, Marie, Kate, and Polarity busting into Cypher's office, but he's nowhere to be found until they get a mysterious phone call. And of course it's Cypher on the phone asking Marie, hey listen, you can stop all of this by coming to the training room, finishing our plan, and I'll not even touch your friends or nothing. Like none of this shit ever happened. And this dude Cypher is just an elite rage baiter, master baiter for real. And that's when Polarity of all people is like, you should probably heal Kate because giving her full strength of power would be really useful for us right now. But of course Marie is still like, oh fuck that. Which is when we cut to Annabeth having even more severe visions the closer she's getting to Marie and Godolkin, further stressing how important this situation is. So we get our first interaction between Sam, Greg, and Emma. Apparently Greg can fly and shit, so he's like, I can fly around, circle around, and try to find her. And Sam admits to Emma that this is all new to him, feeling jealous, like feeling at all is kind of weird. And Emma tells him, nah, it's okay, you're not being anything except you. It's kind of sweet. And then we get a nice little funny moment where he's like, I could jump way faster than you could fly. And Emma just dips before they can even do anything to help her. She's like, I'm not dealing with this challenger's ass scene no more. Hold X to skip. As the entire crew and Annabeth pull up and find Marie, Kate, and Polarity, Annabeth reveals that this vision is gonna come true because when she was young, she had a vision which she thought was just a nightmare of her parents dying in a pool of blood. And she never told anyone, and she feels like she could have stopped this. So really, she was dealing with her own guilt. It wasn't just Marie. As you can see this very strange look on Marie's face of like compassion, empathy, confusion, but also understanding. Almost like a weight has been lifted off her shoulder, but also still knowing what she has in front of her. And she tells everyone, y'all need to dip, get the fuck up out of here. I left for a reason, to keep you guys safe. Just when she low-key goes Kate Dunlap at the end of the last season for a second here by pulling everyone up with her powers, until Polarity says, Kate, stop, let them go. We got bigger fish to fry. As they decide to split up, Polarity's gonna take on Cypher while Marie and Kate go try to find Thomas Godolkin. She's got like a heartbeat sensor type power where she can sense his little heartbeat somewhere deep down. That's when Polarity pulls up on Cypher and says, what, are all those the weapons you're gonna use to cull the herd? He's like, nah, I'm gonna make them use them on themselves. Why are you killing yourself? Why are you killing yourself? Why are you killing yourself? That's when Polarity says, I bet if I take your head off, it'll stop working. He goes, I wouldn't want to fight me neither. That's when Polarity starts throwing dumbbells at shit at him. He's like, listen, I'm on face. Where the fuck is Marie? That's when the whole squad pulls up like, with what you gonna do against us? The issue here is, you just gave him ammunition. As Cypher makes them all fight each other, Marie is able to find the charred body of Thomas Godolkin. As she asks him, are you gonna be able to help us stop Cypher and Homelander if I heal you? And he just nods his head. She begins the healing process. Polarity hits a fucking big ass wave of his powers and hits everybody out of the way, seemingly knocking Cypher out. Marie passes out as she finishes healing Godolkin. When Polarity pulls up on Cypher to give him the finishing blow, he starts freaking out like, no, stop, I'm not him, it's not me. My name is Doug, I'm just a fucking normal guy, and now that he's out of my fucking head, I just want to live. As, oh shit, the prevailing theory that fucking Thomas Godolkin has been the one controlling Cypher and everybody else was right. He starts being like, oh my god, you actually healed me, you did it. As she's laying on the body like, fuck, what the hell did I just do? Emma, Annabeth, and Kate get Marie out of there because Kate, after taking one look at Thomas Godolkin, says, oh my god, he's Cypher. So they get the fuck up out of there. Not before the episode ends with Thomas Godolkin strolling through Godolkin University. First of all, being like, damn, it's so nice to have the sun on your skin, breathing in that fresh air. By the way, you butt baby, what's your power? He says, oh, I could just make my big toe opposable, so I'm like an ape. He goes, nice, that's fucking useless. Kill yourself. Dog, this brother is a demon. And that's basically where this episode ends off, as he starts strolling through Godolkin, probably culling the herd. As we cut to black, that's just an insane cliffhanger, twist and reveal, even though a lot of us theorized that that was the case. He was the one controlling Cypher this whole time. But what makes this even more interesting is that, was everything we've been told up to this point a lie, even a marketing? Like, is Marie actually strong enough to take down Homelander? I'm not so sure anymore. I think that was all just a lie to get her to heal him, which honestly makes a whole lot of sense, because while Marie could definitely help out the boys, it just never really made sense for Marie to be the one that takes down Homelander. But it does make sense that she has this all-powerful healing ability to help out where she can. But now the issue is, you just created another fucking problem, because this man only wants gods as soups. So him and Homelander would actually hit it off like crazy. You know what else I just realized is, like, he's like an evil version of Professor X, and Polarity's a good version of Magneto, even though Magneto is kind of reasonable at times. I really love the X-Men allegory that we're getting with this show, and if I need the MCU X-Men reboot to be somewhat similar to this, obviously not as gruesome or, you know, fucked up, but it's really starting to add up when you think about it. And yeah, man, I feel really rectified in saying that this is the best superhero TV show out before I even watched the Peacemaker finale, because I truly believe that. If you're not watching Gen V Season 2, why are you even watching this video at this point? But I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I cannot wait for the finale. I needed to stick the landing, because going into The Boys Season 5, ooh, it's gonna get crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. But let me know what you thought about that episode. My thoughts, theories, and opinions down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow for more.